Okay, so today through Thursday, we are going to work on solving equations. Well, really, we're going to work on solving equations for like a few weeks, but Monday through Thursday, we're going to solve one-step equations, okay? So all of the problems that I give you today, tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday will require one step, okay? Now, when we have an equation, our job is to solve for our missing variables. So it could be X, it could be M, it could be Q. I don't know, it's some letter, okay? So what you need to do is you need to locate where the variable is, okay? That is what you are solving for, okay? You are then going to determine if there is a number tied to that variable. Is there a number being added, subtracted, multiplied, or divided to that number? Okay. If there is, then we are going to use inverse operations on both sides so that we can get our variable by itself. Okay. An equation is going to be like a scale. You know how you like a teeter-totter, right? If you do something on the left side, we're out of balance, right? If, let's see, Ryan and Brady, let's just say that they're the same weight. If Ryan sits on the teeter-totter, boom, it's gonna go down. But then when Brady gets on his side, they're now even, okay? So we have to make sure that both Brady and Ryan get on the teeter-totter to balance things out. Okay, what's really nice about this section is that we can always check our answers. Okay, now today we're going to focus on only two of these four boxes right here. Okay, so let me ask you this question. What is the inverse operation of addition? Subtraction. Okay, so I'm gonna let you write it down and then I'm gonna tell you what we're gonna do with it. If we have a number that is added to our variable, then we are going to subtract that number to both sides. If we have a variable that is being subtracted from our variable, then we are going to add that number to both sides. So whatever is happening to our variable, if it's addition, we're going to use subtraction. If it's subtraction, we're going to use addition. Okay, these are the inverse operations we're going to focus on today. Tomorrow we'll focus on the other two. Okay, so let's put it into action. I would like you to go to number 1 right here. Okay, we have x plus 7 equals -1. All right, well, x is our variable and our job is to solve for what x is and show our work while doing it. Okay, now Trent, is there a number that is being added or subtracted to x? And 7 is being what? 7 is being added to x. So what we are going to do, we're going to do the inverse operation and we are going to subtract 7 from both sides. Okay, now if you need to like make this line so you know like the two sides, okay, that might help you. Okay, all right, so now over here, the whole point of +7 minus 7, what happens? It cancels out, it goes to 0. So I have x equals, over here I have -1 minus 7. Okay, now we just did an entire unit of like adding and subtracting and multiplying and dividing integers. It's so we can do this right here. So some of you already know what the answer to this is. Some of you are like, gosh, I don't know, but it's subtraction. So we could do keep, change, change. Okay. And we're adding two numbers that have the same sign, which means we are going to do what with our numbers? Add and keep the sign. Okay. So our answer is x equals -8. Now, we can always know if we are right or not because we can check our solution. Okay. We have figured out that x equals -8. So we can go back to our original problem right here. And instead of x plus 7 equals -1, we could put in what we got for x. Right, is -8 plus 7 equal to -1? Yeah, cool. So we got it right. Okay. Do you have a question about this? All right. Let's try number 2. Kinley, do you have a question? Oh, Kinley's working ahead. Okay, well, let's see. Kinley, what is the operation next to our variable? Okay, well, 11 is 11 being added, subtracted, multiplied, or divided to n? 11? Okay, so since 11 is being subtracted, then on both sides, we're going to do what with 11? We're going to add 11 to both sides. Okay, since 11 is being subtracted from our variable, then we're going to add it to both sides because that's the inverse operation. Okay, so these two go away. That's the whole point. We're left with m equals, now we have -9 plus 11. Okay, Corin, what's -9 plus 11? It's okay to be wrong. Corin says 2 with hesitation. Help her out. Is she right? -9 plus 11. They are different signs, so we're going to subtract them, and 11 is bigger, so we're going to keep the positive. Okay, Ryan, so let's check. Okay, our original equation was m minus 11 equals -9. Well, m is 2. 2 minus 11, does that equal -9? Okay, if you need to do keep, change, change to help you out. Okay, yeah, that works. Whew. Okay. Maybe no. All right, what's different about this number 3?
It's backwards.
What do you mean by backwards?
The beginning.
Okay, so our variable is on the right side instead of the left side. We start out with just a number, okay? That does not change how this is going to go, all right? So here is h, and I need to move that 14 so it's no longer with h, okay? Brady, how are we gonna move the 14? Are we gonna add, subtract, multiply, or divide 14? Okay, so here's something that's kind of weird about this problem. 14 is just kind of floating there, but let's take into account that it is a positive 14 being added to h, so we need to subtract 14. Okay, so on this right side, we get H equals. Now we have 9 minus 14, okay? If you need to do, keep, change. Now we're adding a negative 14, if that helps you. 9 plus a negative 14. So we're adding two numbers with different signs, correct? Okay. So are we adding to get 23 or subtracting to get 5? Subtracting to get 5, okay? And Quinlan, is it a positive or a negative 5? Negative 5, because the 14 is bigger and it's negative, okay? Now, if it bothers you that it's negative 5 equals H, you can always rewrite it to H equals negative 5. It doesn't matter if H is on the right or the left, okay? But maybe some of us really like H being on the left. It just looks nicer. It doesn't matter, okay? I don't care how you write it, okay? Let's go ahead and check. We always want to check our answers, okay? Is 9 equals 14 plus H. So if we plug in a negative 5 for H, is 14 plus negative 5 equal to 9? Yes or no? Yes. Cool. All right. We'll do number 4 together and then I'll give you a task. Okay, so W, we want to solve for W. Okay, this is kind of a strange one. I know that there is an addition sign, but what's in front of the 15? A negative. So it's really, I know it's adding, but it's a negative 15. So if we are going to get that negative 15 to the other side, Corin, what should we do? What should we do to each side? Yeah, we should add 15. Okay, because that minus in front of the 15 that we're adding to W is kind of acting like subtraction. Okay, well, negative 15 plus a 15, like the whole point of adding 15 is so that these will go away, and they have. All right, so we have W equals, ooh, this is nice. What is 14 plus 15? 29. Okay, so when we check, we have negative 15 plus W equals 14. Is negative 15 plus 29 equal to 14? Yes. Okay, you and your elbow partner, I want you to work together to solve 5 and 6. You solve 5 and 6 together.
Are you adding each of those sides? Yeah, so you make. This woman. West. All right. You add. Oh, yeah. So you have negative 1. Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about these two and then you guys can start your homework. Oh my gosh, let's go over these first, people. So needy. All right. All right, let's see. Brillia, what do we do to each side in number 5? Well, what number is with K, the 21 or the 8? Okay, we want K to be by itself. So since this is K and we're subtracting 8 from it, we need to add 8 to both sides so that the K is by itself. Okay, now negative 21 plus 8 is what? Okay. Okay, for number 6. Ryan, what do we do to both sides? Plus what? Plus 4. And Ryan, when you add 4 to both sides, what do you get on that left side? 3. Okay. You have 9 minutes to start your homework. It is page 6. I will post my solutions at the end of the day so you can check your answers.